One specific community, I think now. Graham Marshall's going to be telling us about putting pride back in Birkenhead.
About 15 seconds ago as well, so I'll start rattling now. Back in Birkenhead, it's a community movement that's working together to breathe life back into Birkenhead. And if you're interested, come and see me later and you can join in. So where's Birkenhead? Birkenhead is this wonderful, brilliant place that was planned at the beginning of the last century before even, but it never really happened. It built a fabulous people's park in the top right, but the reality is that it never filled out. It became a town with some Grade 1 listed buildings in it and an awful lot of industry doing all kinds of things and with a lack of care about the whole environment. So we set up at the community a series of conversations. We walked and talked first. We then imagined what a good town would be. We then talked about what can we do here. And we ended up by talking about how do we actually make that happen. Now, I've got up there an authentic plan, and what makes this plan authentic is that we sat down and we talked about what the needs are here, what the aspirations are here, and what we can do here. We weren't chasing any funding bids at all. One of the things we discovered and knew about and talked about was the idea of moving from project to place. So you've probably all seen the criticism of the master planning that's been going on in Birkenhead for the last few years. It's looked at redevelopment sites. We looked at the whole place, the whole jigsaw piece. And when we say good things happen here, the good things that happen so far is the connectivity, the networking, that all the existing groups and individuals have been able to do just in the last year. So we're looking forward to doing more of that. And some of the key discussions that we had were around the iconography of Birkenhead, the fact that it is this key jigsaw piece that holds all the other bits together. There are huge docks, there's a big river, there are tiny streets, there's this fantastic grid. And then when we went to talk to kids at Biston Avenue Primary School, they talked about all the same sort of things. They said, we want to play out, we want to be out there, but we need hangout spaces that are safe. We need a park for all seasons because we're out in all weathers. So we put together this social regeneration framework, where the key things are these 5 levers here: socio-economic, creativity, culture, identity, delivering health, a quality townscape, and social stewardship where people can get involved in delivering their own things here. But as a provocation, we're suggesting that Birkenhead has been subjugated by Liverpool. You go through the tunnel into Liverpool, you see the great, wonderful face of Liverpool. What do you see when you come out in Birkenhead? Well, it's a polite audience, so I won't tell you what the other end of the tunnel is. But some other people have looked at the stuff recently as well. You may have seen it in the press, and they've suggested that Birkenhead is behind places like Salford. Now, is that in the shiny buildings of Salford or in the communities of Salford? So coming back to Birkenhead, let's learn from ourselves. Birkenhead delivered the world's first public park. It was a people's park. It was about people. And those people were supposed to flow through that brilliant grid that we've got. So the things that we're looking at doing here is taking that fantastic park further and talking about blending the park with the town. Not greening it. Let's blend and work it through and talk about gardens and squares and spaces. Let's use sculpture to immediately start to join that grid up so people can wayfind and get their way around the place. They can tell the time, they can take photographs, they can help design all of these sorts of things as well. So if you take something like the Yellow Submarine, that was built here by apprentices. And what's really important about the apprentices of Carol Laird building this is that local lads have left their mark on something, and it's something in Liverpool. So let's get them leaving their mark here. So let's talk about this also as a park town, but also a museum town, a gallery town. So we've already got these quirky, surreal things like U-boats cut to pieces. We've got the Dock Branch Park. To pull all this together to make it work, we need cooperation. We need to all work together. So that's what the call out is from the beginning of this talk. It's about, if you want to join in with us. And the final slide is a quote from somebody else. I'll let you read it, but impatience is a virtue, and I'll leave you with that thought.